be coming back.
Woo.
Betty, bless you. I
Is
know
it?
you've answered that a lot. Well, it's here right now.
Is it? Oh my gosh, and in a big way.
It's here right now.
So check this out. Your baking gingerbread lace figures, $44.98 or $49.98. So it's either going to be a $9 or a $10 easy pay depending on what you get. And boy, do we have a lot for you to shop from. It's like, where do we start? First, let's start with the two colors because that's probably going to be the easiest thing.
Yes, pastel or classic.
Pastel or classic,
That's
right?
easy.
That's
Okay.
the easy part. So
That's it.
obviously here are your pastels and then here are your classics. For now, this is where it gets a little fun. You can shop for the black Santa or the white Santa. The Mrs. Claus. Look at her.
Look at her.
The black or the white Mrs. Claus.
Look at her. Look at her dress. I want that dress.
Adorable. What about the little elf? Come on, little elf. The black or the white little elf as well. And so those are your choices as far as the little figures go. Remember, this is your pastels, and then these are your classics. So we're going to start here, but we got the houses coming up in a little bit.
We do.
Let's talk about the people first.
Let's do. So, and on the elves, which are brand spanking new, you will choose not only skin tone.
Oh, that's right.
But do you want elf with candy cane or elf
with
that's
the
holding
little
the
house.
gingerbread house?
Yes.
Look at how. Can I just spin him around?
Please.
Look at his cute little outfit. And I love that every one of them is on this beautiful white platform that we also bothered to ice and decorate. Just detail after this. I cannot tell you what fun we've had in pulling
These are
these
amazing.
brand new designs together, inspired by our Val pals who said we want more.
Yeah.
Well, we have brought it today, and I know we've already lost a tree.
Yeah.
Please, if you're seeing something you think you would like, jump on in.
And I just realized we have two different sizes, right? Or no, we have the 17-inch is the size of the Santa.
Yes.
And then the Mrs. Claus, is she our 13-inch?
Yes, because she's
so good.
Look at her little headband thing. This was Pat James approved.
So
And look
good.
at how sweet that is. Isn't that just delightful? And look at her gown. May I just hold it up so you...
The upside down hearts.
Look at the hearts.
How cute.
Look at the hearts.
How
and look at how it
cute.
flares up in the back.
Adorable.
Oh my goodness. And her, the boots.
Little boots. We love her little boots.
Yes, please.
And she's our more limited option.
She is
And both the pastel or the classic, just saying. So she's the most limited option. And she's $44.98 if you were wondering. She's $44.98 as well. Let me put my little glasses on. And then the little Santa is the same, right? $44.98? Yes, and then Santa is $44.98 as well. And then you have, I'm sorry, the Santa is $49.98. And Mrs. Claus is $44.98.
Okay. That makes sense. He's a little taller. A little bigger.
Yep, he's a little taller.
And look at this platter
This is
with the madeleines. And oh my goodness, and the little star on top of the tree.
Santa's been baking.
He
Or
has-
has he?
he-
Or is he helping out Mrs. Claus? I'm just saying. He might just be carrying it because Mrs. Claus baked it.
She baked it.
Okay.
He's carrying it. We all know that.
Look at his little
don't
fat
we?
tummy.
Don't we all know that?
Yes, we all do.
We all know that. And look at her apron and then the gingerbread house that she's carrying. I find these positively enchanting.
These are so sweet. Listen, the kids, again, or the kids at heart, are going to go crazy. They're not going to know if this is fake or real. They're going to want to eat it.
Yeah,
I remember, making gingerbread houses. I told you, when my daughter comes home from the holiday, we still make gingerbread houses. She's 22.
I love
We
that you
still do
that.
it.
Yes, it's a tradition, and you're keeping
Yes.
the tradition alive. I love that. Maybe on your kitchen island,
Okay.
you do Mr. and
Keep
Mrs.
talking, but we sold out of something. I'm going to come over here.
You
Okay.
do Mr. and Mrs. Claus with one of your pipberry trees.
Okay.
Or who did you take away?
Took away Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Classic. She's gone.
Classic. Okay. All right. Or it also works with our little elves. And that can anchor the island in your gingerbread kitchen.
A lot of people have been collecting these little gingerbread figurines and houses and building their villages with gingerbread people. And this is a really, really fun way to do it. It's a new take. A lot of us grew up making, our gingerbread houses when we were little, but now you can start this tradition by starting a collection with the gingerbread people.
Unpresentable gingerbread houses.
Right?
Grew up making. Yeah, nothing anybody would ever want to see. These are just exquisite, beautiful detail.
Yeah.
And I'm just enchanted
They're
by
fun.
them.
All right, let me tell you what you're shopping for again.
Okay.
You can shop for 2 colors. This color palette right here is called your pastels. And then this beautiful chocolate, is your classic. Okay, so those are your 2 colors. That's your first choice. The second thing you have to make a decision about is, who do you want? Which figure do you want? Do you want to shop for your white Santa or your black Santa? You have your black and your white Santa. You have your white Mrs. Claus, your black Mrs. Claus, and then your elf, you have your white elf and your black elf, but one is holding a candy cane and one is holding a house. So you got a couple of choices with the elves. So that's what you got your options of shopping for. But listen, these are popular. People, we already sold out of the Mrs. Claus, and that's what you're seeing for $44.98. The elves are coming up in a little bit, so we'll give you more details about the elves in a little bit. But the Mrs. Claus, already gone in the classic. So continue to shop for it, and the white Mrs. Claus in the classic. We still have the black and classic, and we have the black and the white Mrs. Claus in the pastels for $44.98. And then remember, the Santas are $49.98. It's H429040. Now, we mentioned this